Arsenal 1, Man United 0. Excellent display from Mikel Arteta and his boys. They got it tactically right from the first to the last whistle. Nullified Man United. Stopped us from attacking. Paul Pogba absolutely schooled in the middle of the park by Thomas Partey. No doubt about that whatsoever. And it was an astoundingly good performance from Arsenal. Their shape, their pragmatism at times, their attack when they needed to go forward today, it was one of the best we've seen under Mikel Arteta. So all praise go to them. Do me a big favor. Let's get this video trending. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Hit the retweet button as well, please, if you're watching via Twitter. But an absolutely awful day for Manchester United fans. Paul Pogba, best player at Man United, absolutely silenced by Thomas Partey. There's no doubt. Bruno, invisible today. El Neni shut him down, which is a big L for him to take. I thought Gabriel and I thought Holding and Tierney at the back did very well, nullifying the likes of Rashford and Greenwood in that game. I don't want to hear Man United fans talk about, Gabriel should have got a red card, Holding should have been sent off. I don't want to hear Arsenal fans talk about Fred. Yeah, they all committed 2 bookable offences each, but this isn't why Man United lost. Man United lost today to Arsenal because tactically they were better. Their shape was better, their discipline was better, and their application of their manager's ideas came off better. And they made no mistakes. Paul Pogba giving away that penalty, what an just awful. No need to make that tackle from that angle. Disgraceful. And United were poor today. United did lose today. But let's have it right. Let's have it fair. Arsenal beat Manchester United. They beat us in every single department of the pitch. And in the first half, it could have been 2 or 3-0. We cannot get ourselves away from that no matter what is going on. It was awful from Man United, but awful because Arsenal were so very good indeed. They truly were. And there's a few Man United players that need to take a long, hard look at themselves this afternoon. They really do. And one of them being Paul Pogba, because I just thought he was poor from front to back, and his mistake gave the impetus to Arsenal to go on and actually win the football match. Bruno, shocking from him. But then there was also some elements that you've got to look at as Ollie as well. Why are we taking off Why are we taking off Greenwood and leaving Scott McTominay on the pitch when we need a goal? Made very little sense to me whatsoever. There'll be an inquest by Man United fans. We're not going to overreact and go straight back to their sack Ollie sort of situation, maybe or maybe not. But it was a well-fought win today by Arsenal. Thoroughly deserved it. You will be getting kicked off the platform tonight if you try and blame the referee. I don't stand for weakness like that. Referees do not ever cost any team a game, ever, period, in football. Referees never cost anybody matches. You do. Because if Man United created more, if we defended better, if Pogba won his battle against Partey, if Bruno didn't get nullified by El Neni, then it would have been a very different game indeed. We're going to get some of the panelists on in a few moments. An embarrassing afternoon for Man United. A victorious one, of course, for Arsenal. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the share button as well. We've got all your super chats to jump into in a few moments as well. But let's get this show on the road. We got Devil in the Details and KJ here. Boys, what you saying?
I am not shocked, nor am I surprised. I said about the judge. Everyone's like, no, KJ, you're talking nonsense. Stop talking about the judge. I told you, when United are in form and we put down Arsenal, they turn up and play, and we'll go on. They turn up and played. Arteta outclass Ollie again, because it's not the second time. It's not the first time, it's the second time. And our players were poor today. We're absolutely poor today. We couldn't keep hold of the ball. Going forward, none of the passes were meeting. The best ball of the day was Marcus Rashford to Greenwood, and that's all we had. That's all we had today. And everyone, from the players to the manager, needs to look at this game and be like, right, this is why we can't let ourselves get carried away. Because this happens time and time again.
I agree with you completely. I agree with you completely. And listen, nothing takes away the excellent performances against Newcastle, Paris Saint-Germain, and RB Leipzig midweek. But it's about not getting carried away to on that next level. And Arsenal got a spot on today. I think they were more attacking in the first half than they were the second. But even in the first half, when they lost the ball, exactly what Chelsea did to us. 11 men behind the ball straight away. It was 55 minutes on the clock, and I saw Aubameyang and Lacazette at the edge of their own box when they were defending. And I'm praising Arsenal for that because they gave us no space and no room to break them. We struggle to break down teams like West Brom when they play low block. When you're up against the quality Arsenal have, it makes it even harder. I want to talk Paul Pogba, though, because for me, it was another rank performance from him. The penalty he gave away was shocking. Danny, what's your thoughts, mate?
On Pogba, can't really defend him anymore, man. Like, been defending this guy for the longest. It's just it gets to a point now where he as an individual needs to show up and just do the basics. And he didn't even do the basics today. And he was playing in that Mazzala position that everybody who claims to have watched him at Juventus, they've seen him in that position at Juventus, right? He started in that role today, didn't do anything. The entire midfield was poor. That's the thing that really, really shocked me. Just like Maguire, Lindelof, and Shaw in particular today were really, really good, actually. How have we been beaten convincingly by Arsenal, and yet we can't really say anything bad about Maguire, Shaw, Lindelof? It's because we lost the battle in midfield. And Pogba was a big part of that. But before the game, I did say I felt Oli managed the squad well up into the Chelsea match. This Leipzig and now this game, he's managed the squad poorly because Fred and McTominay have started too many games in a row. I did say in the preview, I hold my hands up. I thought we were going to spank him. I got it wrong. I thought Arteta's bubble was going to burst. I got that wrong. Like, egg on my face for that one. But I did say Fred and McTominay starting too many games. What did you boost him up to, KJ? Is it Bishop Fred? I told you that guy's always fun. I'm not scapegoating him. I'm just saying squad players shouldn't play more than 4 to 5 matches in a row.
Fred today was the Fred that we saw in the first couple of years at United. He was giving the ball away in those dangerous positions. He was late. He was very lucky to stay on the pitch in exactly the same way that Gabriel was lucky to stay on the pitch and Rob Holding was lucky to stay on the pitch. All 3 of them could have been sent off today.
I tell you, that's his fault. That's Ollie's fault. It's not Fred's fault. I don't blame Fred for that no more. No.
Why?
No, I'm sorry. We know what he is, and the manager knows what he is. Therefore, you need to manage him better. 4 to 5 matches in a row for him and McTominay is too many matches. I thought Matic would start because I thought Ollie knew that by now. I thought Ollie knew this by now.
No, I hear that. Ollie made a number of mistakes today. I think, you know what it was? I hope he ain't listening to what social media is saying because the 4-4-2 worked well in the week, but we became better when we went 4-3-3 in the second half. Same as today, we were better in the second half than the first half because I don't know if anyone noticed at the start of the second half, we went 4-2-3-1 again. We get this thing in our heads, of players in certain positions. But I thought our whole midfield was poor today. Bruno, Pogba, Fred and McTominay, all of them 5 or less out of 10. There's no doubt about it. And Pogba, for me, just comes out worse because he is the best player that we've got. And he gave the penalty away when he doesn't need to be making that tackle. Cam, from your point of view, let's praise Arsenal for a minute here. Arteta does a masterclass over another top 6 club where he nullifies him in the right way. And then in the end, he got his attack right. I know the goal wasn't from open play. Why are this Arsenal team so hard to beat?
Honestly, I think we made it. I think we helped them out today, but Arteta got it right. He pressed hard early in the game. Like he was like they were all over us. We barely could get a sniff of the ball, and he made sure, like you said, to drop his line back when he needed to. I think Gabriel, honestly, like he had a great, like he should have been sent off, but he was aggressive all game. He did not let our forwards touch the ball. Anytime the ball, he was chasing. I think at one point he was in the midfield denying Greenwood the ball. He was making sure that nobody could touch the ball anywhere near the penalty box for Arsenal. And I think that was a game plan. I think he came in and said, go in and attack these guys and
Gabriel,
make them uncomfortable.
He would be my pick for Arsenal's man of the match. I know Gal said in the live stream that he thought Thomas Partey was world class today. I thought Thomas Partey was very good. I thought he was very, very good. But for me, Gabriel's aggression was great. And look, he rode that line where he could have been sent off, especially when Greenwood passed him and brought him down. But the referee, you could tell today, the referee was trying to not send anybody off. And that isn't an Arsenal thing or a Man United thing. He was trying to keep 11 versus 11. We know that by the fact he didn't give bookings away in the first 10 minutes. So it is what it is. And if any Man United fans, that's what they're going to focus on. You're being weak. Today, the reason we lost the game, Ollie got his starting lineup wrong. He made the wrong substitutions. He took I know that Bruno was having a stinker, but Pogba was playing far worse. And for me, taking Greenwood off when we needed a goal doesn't make any sense to me when you got McTominay there. Losing 2-0 or 1-0 at this point it's just a madness to me. We're going to get some Sorry, mate. We're going to get some Arsenal fans on now to have their say. Zane here says, Terry, stop with the myth that Pogba is your best player. He's not world-class and never was world-class, just like the fraud Ozil. Listen, Pogba's so hard to defend today.
Yep.
Pogba's so hard to defend today from anybody. He was so rank average. It was unbelievable. Like a lot of our players, but I always expect more out of Paul Pogba. I felt quite sorry today for Rashford and Greenwood because they got zero service. And then whenever they got the ball, they had like 11 players around them and it was hard. And that's about our creative players doing that little bit more. And it wasn't there. But I still want to keep congratulating Arsenal because this isn't the first time they've done it. It won't be the last time that they've done it this season. And they got it absolutely spot on. Let's throw a few gooners in here. We're going to throw in Kesh. We're going to throw in Igal. Igal, first of all, with yourself, mate. What you saying?
Put some respect on Arteta's name, man. How many managers have come out here against top 6 teams and lost? Put some respect on Arteta's name. All you guys, Arsenal fans, comparing Arteta to Emery. Emery never went to any top 6 side and won. Arsene Wenger has been struggling to do that for a long time. Arteta in what? In 6 months? What time is it, guys? Are you guys finally clocking in? Get to know. You guys are quick to jump on people's backs. Back the team, back the thing, and you guys will finally see some good things happening. Because if everybody disagrees and everybody gets on managers' cases, we would never see a Pep Guardiola. We would never see a Zidane. We would never see a Ferguson. Get on the man's back, and he's going to take us to a promised land, Mendham. Trust me.
All right.
Cool.
You know what? I love you, Agar. Like,
I love it. I got it.
Beaten. We've been beaten by Arsenal, and you making me smile, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
man. I can't.
I
I can't even.
I'm not coming for you
No,
guys.
the reason
I got a
the reason
whole
why-
no, dude.
You know
I got
why?
props
Cam,
for that,
you've been
man.
respectful.
Respect.
Terry, you've been respectful. KJ, you've been
Respect.
respectful. Neeks is the man I'm coming for. The man said he's going to slit his throat. I hope he's okay
Oh
after
shoot!
this
He did.
performance.
Yeah, Kesh, what did you make of your team performance tonight, mate? Because personally, I thought you were absolutely astounding from front to back.
I thought it was great. Like all the lads worked as a team. As I was talking about last week, that when you play in the midfield too, the cohesion needs to be perfect. And for me, El Neni and Partey managed that game perfectly to a T. Gabriel, outstanding. He rode his luck a bit, but that happens as a centre back. You know, you're playing against Marcus Rashford. He's going to draw you out sometimes. It happens. I was happy with the intention, the intensity. That's improved compared to the previous few weeks. We tried to give it a go. We tried to make those extra runs from midfield, as you saw with Partey on a few occasions, making a run into the box. Last week, I saw a lot of fans saying El Neni Pirlo, and I said, be easy. I called him Lee Cattermole. I'm not upgrading to Nigel de Jong now.
You know what I think with this Arsenal formation, it's yes, you've got midfield too. But I was talking to a gal about this back at the end of last season, and I remember Gooners coming for me because they took it as a negative. And I'm saying what I like about it is you've got your back three, which we all know when you play 3-4-3, it becomes a back five when you're defending, and it becomes a back three when you're attacking. Like how football fans haven't cottoned on to the fact that 4-3-4-2-2 diamond and a 4-3-3 are almost the same shape. People get too fixated in these positions because they play too much FIFA. But what I like what Arsenal do is when you defend, your wide players drop into the midfield as well. So you end up having 5 at the back, and then you have almost like a 4-man central midfield area, and it makes it hard to break down. And what I like about what Arsenal do is it's hard to break the lesser teams down when they do that. But you're doing it with much higher quality players who are better technically, but when they get the ball in tight spaces, they have the technical ability to play out, because you're not doing it, as you say, with Lee Cattermole and with Longstaff or with, players of like rubbish standards like Jordan Henderson. You're doing it with like much higher grade. There's a shot there, Liverpool fans. I'm only messing. Like you're doing it with higher quality players. And it's why Jose Mourinho's pragmatic football and Diego Simeone's has always been so successful, because they're not doing it with average players. They're doing it with technically gifted individuals. And I think more Arsenal fans have got to get on board with this. Yes, I think you need to open up and attack more against the smaller sides. But a lot of us were criticizing you, including me. Why were you playing 5 at the back or this formation against Dundalk? Well, this is because, like I've been telling you all for months, this is what Arteta is. And I don't think Arteta is going to change now or in 6 months. But if you're winning these games on a regular basis, it's as simple and as straightforward as that. I just think you were excellent today. And I hate saying Arsenal were excellent, but I can't I can't say anything else but that.
They were
I told you
physically
this-
stronger as well.
so-
We got out muscled.
That's
another
what was
thing that
killing
really
me. So the
surprised
whole
me.
You know
the whole game we got knocked off the ball. I was saying in the chat, I couldn't believe how weak we were on the ball today. I couldn't believe our players were just dropping like flies, hitting the ground every time they were touched, and it really hurt me to see because I hate that I called it in the preview that a Pogba mistake would probably be him dawdling on the ball. He let the run behind, like what Terry just said. Bellerin is a technically good player. He's not a good defender, but when he gets the ball in the final third, he does things with it. So not tracking his run, it's just like that's like basics, and that's what kills me about
And this is
Pogba
the thing,
today.
and not only
Basics.
that, where people need to accept, like there's no formation or no position you can play Paul Pogba where he's not going to have to defend, and you can't keep making excuses for him when he makes that's an amateur mistake he made, and it's the second one he's done this season.
And that tackle doesn't have to happen because
Yeah,
Bellerin's moving away from goal. It was just stupid. But listen, that was how they scored their goal. If Pogba doesn't make that tackle, we still don't win this game because we weren't breaking Arsenal down for love nor money. We were basically King Canute standing there shouting at the ocean, praying that the tide was going to move back on our command. It was never, ever, ever going to happen today at all. Comment here says, sorry, Fort lies totally on Ollie, but his team selection, tactics, subs formation wrong. Obviously, to see players not comfortable with the diamond. Do you know what I said?
But everyone was asking for the diamond. When we saw the lineup, no one was complaining about the lineup.
This has been going on at Man United for 7 years, and we always do it as fans, and it's where we've all got to realise, let's start doing the majority of our assessment after the fact, because you'll get this from fans. Play the diamond. I remember play Pogba on the left-hand side of the 4-3-3 under Jose. Jose did it 3 games running. We didn't win a single one of them. There's always an excuse. What happened today? Yes, there was some mistakes about Ollie, but it's application within your role. It's application within your job. And the players didn't step up today. If you compare Fred's performance today compared to what he did against Leipzig, what he did against Paris Saint-Germain, it was night and day. Maybe he's played too much. Maybe today was an opportunity to rest. I would have liked to have seen Van der Beek start. I would have preferred to see Tuanzebe start. But to put it all on Ollie, again, it's hyperbolic, it's exaggerated, it's disingenuous and over the top because Pogba made that foul. At the end of the day, he did that as a standout.
I did say that United would lose the game and Arsenal would not win it. Like that's and we played out that way. I did say we would be the ones to lose it, and that's why I was talking about. United need to focus, need to be switched on, and need to be prepared because these are the kind of games where when we're not, we see this. Like again, we talk about this. United players, I feel like they get on the wave. And they feel the vibes a bit too hard. You know what I'm saying? Like we should be feeling the vibes and they should be focused on what they're doing. But they do this all the time. They go through a run of form. It's bad. They get back on form. You're like, yeah, you can look at it. They get to the head a bit and then they drop the ball again. And
you know what?
This is a point Mourinho made. Remember when we beat City and I think we lost the following game. Mourinho said, I could smell it. I could smell it in the dressing room. Whenever these boys get a big performance, they start feeling themselves a bit too much. And to that comment, we played a diamond midweek against a high pressing team, and we applied ourselves well. Why can't we do that?
Was that Ghostwriter?
Why can't we do that twice?
Oh, welcome back, bro. I haven't seen you in time.
Yes, mate. Yes, you were going to say that, bro.
It's not the same though, because everyone seems to think if you play 5 at the back, you're playing pragmatic football. Leipzig play that formation, but they're very attacking.
Yes.
Arsenal sit, and that's why I said in our the preview build up with Meats and that, I said I don't think you should go into this game with a diamond because one, you're gonna have Pogba having to do too much over that side, and we all know if going backwards is not Pogba's best strength. It would have been a lot better if he played Pogba at the tip of the diamond because then he can start picking passes. That's all he was missing today.
I agree with you, Kes. Today, and that's hindsight, it's lucrative. Today wasn't the game for Paul Pogba. Today was a game to have, for me, I would have gone 4-3-3 into this game. I think that's what I picked him in my prediction. And I would have gone with Van der Beek and Bruno either side of, I would have gone with Fred, even though he didn't have a great game. That's what I would have gone with as an example and played a couple of people on the flanks. That would have been me. I'd have started Cavani up top. I'd have had Rashford on the right, on the left, and I would have had Greenwood on that right-hand side.
That's massive, Terry. That's massive. You can't just move on from that. So Paul Pogba And I agree with you. And I know KJ. I think KJ's on board with it. I don't know about Cam.
I said it.
We
I
don't
said
see
it.
Yeah.
Paul Pogba as a starter for Manchester United anymore. Is that what we're saying?
No, I'm
No, not
struggling
anymore.
with it.
I'm saying right now.
No,
Right now, it's not the time for him.
I've said it more than once that when we are the problem with the consistency in our team, and I've said this before, and I remember I said it on your channel too, Danny. The inconsistencies with Paul Pogba right now. Every time we have a bad game, it's normally because Paul Pogba does not turn up at all, or he does something terrible. And I hate to say that because I love Pogba, but Pogba and Martial have been the two dudes. When they disappear, our team falls apart, and it's killing me right now to say it. Like, I don't think we should be starting Pogba until he can get back into form. That's my.
No,
I think one thing you also.
Guys, I've got to throw a few more people into this. Cam and Danny, thank you very much for coming on, boys. I'll chat to you guys again soon. Thank you, lads. Just want to keep this as fresh as possible. Cam, appreciate it. Love you as ever, my man. Thank you very much. Man like Flawless is now with us, and we're going to throw rival in Rams in the mix. Flawless, what you saying, bro?
You muted, fam.
See that? That's just how I've started. Just there is how United have made me feel. Like I'm really flat. I hate losing to Arsenal. The fact that not only the fact that Manchester United lost, but it's the manner in which we lost as well. Like we deserve to lose. Like Arsenal with a better side, they press very well. You have to give Arsenal credit. You have to give Arteta credit. But I don't know what went wrong. Like normally I have an explanation. Like yes, I heard what you were saying about Pogba. Stupid tackle. Shouldn't make that tackle, and he deserves all the criticism he receives. Is thoroughly deserved because that's amateurish. That's what Terry called it. But the rest of the players weren't good enough. There was no movement even towards the end when Lindelof's got the ball on the halfway line. There's 30 seconds left and nobody's coming short. There was no plan. Yes, you can give Ollie stick. Maybe he should have changed it at halftime. Okay, he went back to the 4-2-3-1. Maybe he should have made personnel changes. But just to a man, we just weren't good going forward at all. There was no bright spot. How do you have, again, all these attacking players that we have that are this high caliber and they create nothing. We created nothing. We hit the post via a deflection and it hit the keeper in the face. That's literally it. I don't remember us creating anything else or any openings.
I completely agree with you. There's a super chat with Terry. Today was not about pragmatic football. We had more possession and attempts. We took the game away from you. You did. But when I talk about Arsenal's pragmatism, it's about what you do when you lose the ball. And that's where you got everybody behind the ball quickly. That isn't traditional Arsenal. Arsenal traditionally, even under Emery, under Wenger, when we were attacking you, you would have kept 2 or 3 strikers up the other end of the pitch. You didn't do that today, and I am praising you for it. Pragmatic football isn't just you sit behind the ball for 90 minutes and try and spring the counter. You mix it up well, Arsenal. There were times you pressed, there were times you sat back. When you get the balance like you did today, it was perfect. And I am trying to stress this as loudly as I can. I am praising you. We've got some super chats here to go through as well. How did it take 45 minutes to change the formation? Players too sluggish and Pogba world class, please. Gives more away than he gives us, is what he thinks. What that comment thinks there. We've got Red United that's grading the Man United players with a super chat each time. Give AWB a 7. He gave Harry Maguire a 7. Waiting for more to come through. Comment from Daniel says Lindelof was your man of the match today. Our defenders played well.
Defensively, it was good.
Yeah, defensively. We was okay, and we've been okay defensively. Sorry to cut you off, KJ. Defensively, we have been fine, and we was again, but it was the other end. And it's like I said again, how do you have all these attacking caliber?
You know what?
These high caliber players and don't create nothing.
I don't think it was actually the attackers because Greenwood, when he was on the ball, played very well. It started off slowly, but when he was on the ball, he kept the ball well. He kept it moving, and yet we saw him do the turn against Gabriel, which led to a free kick. It was the midfield. The midfield lost that battle today. Like that's what got it. We couldn't string a pass together. We couldn't string a pass together. We was trying to move forward. We got Fred and McTominay trying to move the ball forward, and it was just going back to Arsenal. How can you attack when your midfield can't even get to the attackers? That was my issue.
Yeah, but that's more the sorry, Kesh. Just one response to that. That's more the front two. You said the midfield. We started with a diamond. Bruno and Pogba were equally as poor as Fred and McTominay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if they're not getting the ball, they might have to drop deep.
All four,
they were all 4 of them. This is my point.
No, I think you're right. All 4 were bad today, and Bruno being subbed off didn't bother me. I was shocked it was him, not Pogba. But there we go. The thing is, and I go back to what Cam said earlier. If you look at how many ranked performances Pogba's put in comparison to Bruno, it's night and day. Like there's been very little games like this from Bruno in comparison to Paul Pogba over the years. It's another big game where Paul Pogba has been poor, and I don't have the same expectations for Fred and McTominay as I do Paul Pogba, because he is twice the player on ability they are. And whenever you've got a player like if Aubameyang misses an open goal and then Kessie misses an open goal, I'm going to be harsher on Aubameyang because he's 3 or 4 times a player, and I think that's where Paul Pogba has to accept the fact that he's always going to be criticized more because his ability is so high.
Let me say something about Paul Pogba. He did not offer you anything defensively to the point where an Arsenal team that usually attacks from the left was now switching it up and attacking from the right, because we knew that Pogba was not going to come fill that space and help out. So we'd always have more men on that side. And that's where one of our goals, that's where the goal actually ended up coming from, was from Pogba trying to play defensive and come back and help, and ended up making a silly mistake. And you know what? We've seen a more balanced attack today because of the formation you played. And I'm not surprised that the formation you played today hindered you guys, because the way we played, 2 men against 3, we always have the numerical advantage there. In the midfield, we drop 2 men back, we always have the numerical advantage there. And in the defense, when we have 5 men behind the ball, we have the advantage again. So no matter where we are on the pitch, we had the advantage. The only thing we still lacked is our clinicalness, because we were not clinical. We could have scored another goal. Willian's goal was off target and he hit the post, but we had another more chances. And we just need to make sure we close out the games. And you know what? Exactly how we thought we were going to win ended up happening. None of us probably predicted a win, but if we were going to win, this was how we were going to win. Nick a goal and play defensive, and they can't break you down.
I agree, Gal, and I think that the reason you're able to create those numerical advantages from front to back is by how hard your team works. And you know, I remember years ago having a big debate with Have Hope, and I spoke about how important running in football is and working hard. And this is where the ability merchants annoy me. Ability is so important, but the reason Pogba drops these bad performances is because he doesn't work hard enough.
Yeah.
And that's it's not about they whenever I say someone that work hard enough, the typical thing I get accused of is being a typical white British football fan. It's all about passion and crunching. No, it's just working hard. Today, every single Arsenal player put a shift in. But Aubameyang doesn't drop into those central areas when you guys lose the ball. There's a hole and there's space for players to create in. It's about being a complete organism and working together. And it's why I'm trying to criticize United without taking away from Arsenal, because you made us play that badly today, and our players didn't have the get up and go to fight. It was a battle, and that's what that midfield needed, was a battle today. And for whatever reason, we weren't up to it. We've got a super chat here before I go to Indiana. First one says, we haven't played the diamond enough players to know and make proper plays and runs. Midfield lost us the game. Baz says, does Pogba being checked out rub off on the squad? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think Paul Pogba was checked out.
Anybody else an excuse? That isn't fair on Paul. No. You know, it isn't Paul's fault that Fred was bad today, but it's Paul's fault that Paul was bad today. Greenwood 5 should have been subbed right at half time. He got bullied. I thought he did get bullied today, to be fair.
He's younger, so, you know, he's learning his game.
It was 2 versus 1 in midfield. United are embarrassed. Get me on.
Yeah.
We're going to get you. I'm going to send you the link in a minute, Cam. No worries, bro. Brandon here says,
Cam's such a prick, man. Cam's my guy, innit? Let me.
Listen, fans, don't get cocky or overconfident because you can make yourself look a fool. And that goes for all football fans, not just United fans. Very true. Very true. But we've all done that to ourselves. 6 here out of 10 for Rashford, making all the runs. Yeah, I felt really sorry for Rashford today. Man got honestly, 0 service. That guy, it's absolutely crazy. Do me a favor, everyone tuning in, over 4,000 people watching. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and make sure you sign up to our members list and newsletter. The link for that is in the description below, and the Football Terrace Clips account. Indiana's now with us. What you saying, bro?
Not anything good. Let's put it that way. I thought today, I was calling for Paul Pogba to come off at half time. The guy didn't show up today. The whole of our midfield stood and watched. We weren't moving off the ball. I said about after the Leipzig game, the biggest performance for me was Donny van der Beek. His movement off the ball, covering the holes and the spaces that allowed Fred to push forward and then nick the ball. Today that didn't happen. We didn't show for feet. We didn't want it at all. When Cavani came on, Cavani's making all the runs. No one's even looking up. The balls that are being played were weak passes. Nobody's covering. It was really poor in the midfield. I have to give it to Arsenal though, because Arsenal really showed up today. Like every single man was up for it, and I'm starting to question whether certain players at Man United look at teams as a big team anymore. In the sense of when they turn up to games, they're not focused. They look like it looks like they think they can walk the game. Like none of them were up for it today. Nobody was up for it. I don't understand why the changes weren't made earlier. Like you, I think Pogba should have come off. Bruno should have stayed on. Even though he didn't have a great game, I would have put Van der Beek on for Pogba and just had a few more earlier as well. Got some quicker touches in, got into the pockets of space. That's what he does well. Cavani a bit earlier. I would have kept Greenwood on, gone to a 3 up top, put Cavani through the middle. I think we could have caused them problems. So Ollie and the players, individuals today, it was everyone. I don't think you can single out anyone today. It was everyone. Everyone was off it.
Yeah, I get that. There's a comment here from Red United. Thank you, by the way, Red United, for all your super chats during the stream. Absolutely amazing. Says, talk about Ollie masterclass in the Champions League. Arteta schooled Ollie today. Sat Xhaka because he knew he might get a red card. Also, everyone thought Arsenal would just sit back, but they pressed up from the start. And I think that's where Arteta switched. When you play the way Arteta does with the pragmatic approach, but you have quality players, you can switch up things in games. You can switch up moments. You can do things a different way because you have the personnel to do it. And I think it's another game running against Arsenal where Ollie's been caught on the jaw and wasn't ready. And you can only credit him for that. There's no doubt about it. Thank you very much for the super chat. We're going to add Cam to the stream now. Cam, what you saying, bro?
Come on. Come on. What are you saying? Come on.
Oh,
You man
guy,
dissing my
man.
team like I was dissing my team, yeah? Come on.
I hate you.
Did you see that today? Did you see that today, guys?
Come, weren't you saying that you guys were going to lose an party?
What did I say to you, man? I said, if you don't beat us and the way we're playing, like, you man should be embarrassed, innit?
No, you should be.
No. But to defend that one today this is the first time this season I've actually seen Arsenal play good football since Fulham. I'm actually gassed because I was so shocked today. I thought we were gonna come out like, oh, here we go, dreaded. Yeah, good opening, first 10 minutes, like usual, and then we're gonna drop off. They're gonna get a goal, blah blah blah. But today, I can't even lie. For 80 minutes, 85 minutes, we were good. We were playing good football. I can't even lie.
Yeah. Do you still?
I'm gassed today, man. Allow me. Sorry, I know I'm loud, man. But come on,
Cam, you came on here less than a week ago and said that Aubameyang overhyped, Partey overhyped.
He is overhyped. They are overhyped. But do you know what? Yeah, with Partey, yeah. To be honest with you, he did have a good game, innit? But he's one of them players, innit? He will have good games, but then he's gonna have these games where he's gonna be absolutely, completely poor.
But every
I've seen it in his game. He's one of them players. I don't see consistency in his game.
That's fairly natural.
Hey, Cam, you wilding with that. You wilding with that comment.
Isn't it too
I know,
early?
man. Flawless, when I told you personally when we got Partey in it, like I was like, flawless. This is.
Yeah, you said.
I don't want him, bruv. He played well, all shot. Do you know what? He's gonna have to be one of them players that grow on me because I'm always gonna be one of them. I'm always gonna have judgment over him.
I get that.
Hey, Gal, you better hope so because if this guy don't prove your point,
I got someone else I want to talk about.
You guys want to, Gal, when I'm speaking, bro, you just need to understand. I'm presenting a show here. I muted you anyway, but just saying, cheers, bruv. We've gone to member chat only for the last 15 minutes here. If you want to get your comments in, sign up right about now. Super chat here from Zane says, flawless party time. You look like you've been to a funeral. Halloween was last night. Cheers, bro. Thanks for that. So you want to see?
You know what, Zane? That's actually pretty funny. You know what? That's pretty funny for Zane. Actually, that's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? That's the first one in that. Yeah.
Keep the banner. Cam, one second, guys.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, Red United here says, Cam. Yes, I'm embarrassed, but don't sit there acting like you saw this coming. You said it was going to be a draw. Enjoy. We are wearing.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a draw. To be honest with you, like I said, no, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. To be honest with you, I thought the most we were going to get out today, we were lucky, was going to be a draw. Because, like I said, what I've been seeing how Arsenal been playing lately, I generally thought that United, because United were looking the better team after the international break. I generally thought United were going to go zoom past us, not like smash us, just win like 2-0 or 3-0 or 3-1 or something.
This is the thing about football that I try to explain. Maybe I need to start. Well, I'll still keep saying judge, but when I talk about judge, it's like sometimes
You're saying it the other day. You're saying it the other day.
Yeah, sometimes in football, it's not about logic. It's not about like these guys are in form and they're out of form, so that means the form team gonna win. Like, no, it's not about that. Sometimes football is just what happens on the pitch and who plays better on the pitch, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
But you know what it is, yeah? I'll be honest with you. My one big criticism still is there's literally nothing in our midfield for creativity, man. It was just going left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right. Like there was nothing really going through the middle, man. That's my one big drawback. I mean, I think we should also start El Nuni in a lot more games as well, man, because I don't know. There's something about
you know what?
There's something about our Nenny's game, yeah, that it just suits us.
Terry, you know what I would say to that creativity thing? It might not necessarily be a cam that we need, as everyone's been shouting. I feel we need to push a Aubameyang through the middle and get a winger who's actually very creative, like can drop into the pocket, go out wide. That's the sort of profile we need to be looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting at the beginning of the second half.
I've got a goal though, Terry.
All right, mate, you take care, bro. Thank you very much for coming on, brother. Well done. Congratulations for your win today, mate. Well done.
Right.
Celebrate nicely.
There we go. We're gonna throw young Lincoln in here. Lincoln, what you saying, bro?
So I'm gonna instantly reply to the comment that can you put up the Laurie Nix comment about the options. So I came out after the Leipzig game and said, "What? We're depth FC. We are depth FC, but when
we're in the depths, fam. We're in the pits."
But let me see. Like, whoa, we got
Big
the
up,
depth.
Claude.
Yeah, but when one we can see the penalty, two Aubameyang scores that penalty, and then three Ollie looks to his bench, and then he sees that depth. Ollie's gonna panic. I think the subs that he made today were kind of. Panic subs. I mean, Bruno.
What else is he supposed to do, bro? What are you chatting about?
He did kind of half go for it. He kept
like he went for it, but then he went for it. If you know what I mean.
He could have kept Greenwood
on
on the
the Asian bad vibes, fam. What else
How am I Asian?
Well,
For God.
Asian bad vibe.
I'm
Who put that comment up earlier? Who put that comment up earlier saying Avengers disassemble?
Yeah, wait, I don't know who wrote that. Someone put in a super chat. Lincoln, let me just say what I think you're doing there, and I mean it with respect. I think you're half plagiarizing some big YouTuber's tweet, and you're trying to pass it off as your own.
I'm not.
Come on, man, because you don't get a conviction.
I haven't been on Twitter since full time.
I wouldn't say like
I've not been on Twitter since full time.
Okay, cool. I believe you then. I believe you. There's some more super chats here. First one says Partey is world-class midfielder, but didn't play world-class today, but he can play as world-class because he is that good. But he's not Arsenal's saviour. Your saviour right now is Gabriel. Zane says Latimer. One sec, bro. Arsenal are coming for Chelsea. You better warm Romans adapter some.
Adopted some.
That's very funny for you, Zane. That's very funny.
Thank you very much, bro. I'm disappointed with today's game. Disappointed with today's performance. What I will say to Man United fans is a full inquest is not needed here. This isn't like I keep saying to people, you review a body of work. The 4 games leading up to this, we were very, very good in. And this is my fear for Man United. And you know what? Same as Arsenal fans. Right now, every Arsenal fan's like, yeah, buzzing. I was even
watch next week. We're gonna lose, bruv. Watch.
Don't say that, Cam. Don't say that.
No, it's the Arsenal way, you guys. I'm used to it, innit? I'm 20 years used to this stuff now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I was looking at social media at the start of that second half when suddenly you guys were sitting back more. You weren't attacking as much, and I started to see people saying, "Why have we changed their tactics? Why have we changed their approach?" Now you ended up winning, and that keeps everybody happy. You know, if it had gone the other way, it would have been, why did Mikel Arteta change his system? Why did he do something different? This is the problem with fans. I think we sometimes overanalyze everything that's going on after particular results. I mean, there was a deflection.
Definitely.
There's a deflection near the end there that nearly equalised Man United. To be a different spot, and that's why I'm saying to Man United fans, don't overanalyze. We beat Paris Saint-Germain and Leipzig in the last few weeks. There's no denying our home record at home in the league at the moment is massively worrying. I'm genuinely concerned about it. But this kind of like this it's almost like it's throwing baby out of the bathwater. That's what every single time both Arsenal and Man United fans lose a game, it's let's restart everything all over again. It's like slow down a little bit because
I'm seeing the same stuff online.
Can I jump in quick?
A little bit.
Can I jump in quick? I want to talk about something that Cam said earlier. Cam, do you think that we might have found something with Mohamed Elneny? I get that he's not the best player. He's not the savior to midfield. But from what we have,
do you know what it is?
He's more mobile than Xhaka. He offered us more interceptions, and he was more of a problem. And when you're pressing and you need that mobility and aggressiveness in the midfield, today next to Thomas Partey, he looked like he had more about him than what Xhaka has had, or even Danny Ceballos has had.
No, I agree with that.
Could he be his partner going forward?
I agree before you go, because I've always had like a rating on. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm about to shoot off in it, so salute to you lot in it. I'll be back on that United show at 9, obviously dissecting this further in it. But thanks for having me as always, Terry. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care, buddy. Thank you. Ram's now with us here as well. Yeah, go on, Cam. Say what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, sorry, no. Like I was saying, I agree with you because I was never a major fan when he first came, but I liked the way he used to play. Like, there was just something about him I've always used to like. And it showed today again. Like he's got as skinny as he looks, he's actually got physicality in his game as well, which is good. And he's got all right vision. Like, I mean, he's not the best, obviously. He's not like your De Bruyne's or your Ozils or anything, but he's got a decent enough pass and he can hold the play up well. I prefer, like me personally, I prefer to play him over Xhaka any day of the week. Him and what's my other brother's name?
Ceballos.
No, not Ceballos.
Xhaka.
Not Xhaka.
Willock.
I'm bored.
Maitland Niles, he could play that.
I was thinking there because he hasn't been in the squad for so long, innit? Allow me, innit?
Why can't we beat Ollie out? Moyes did well in the Champions League and beat the third place Bundesliga team 5-0. We're in the relegation form in the Premier League. Listen, you can beat Ollie out if you want to beat Ollie out. I'm not talking about the Ollie out mob or anyone that doesn't think he's good enough. I'm talking about going from, I'm really happy with the direction we're going in on Wednesday, and then going to being completely Ollie out on Tuesday, beating Istanbul and then Everton next week, and then going, it's going to be okay again. It's if you want him out, keep the energy, win, lose, or draw. If you want him in, keep the energy, win, lose, or draw. Like I say with Rance, why I respect Rance is if we win the Premier League this year, he's still going to call for Ollie to be sacked. So I respect the fact that he's willing to say that. What I don't like is just 1 minute everybody's happy, the next minute the same people are sad. You can't go through life doing that. You're going to make yourself ill. You're going to make yourself ill. Go on, Cam.
So I was going to say, the only reason why I've come on this show today, because I was saying it to you, was it yesterday, Terry, and I messaged you in it after, because I saw a couple of comments on the last thing. There was two Arsenal fans, or two comments saying, don't get Cam on the show, he's too negative. So am I being positive today, guys? If you're watching today's show, am I positive for you today?
But that's just what happens, man. You go through these periods.
It's true, though. I understand what you're saying, man. It's true.
Period on social media where sometimes people love my positivity, and there's times that they hate it. Sometimes I'm negative and they hate it. Sometimes they're like, it depends on the mood of the mob, kind of as it were. A comment here says Aubameyang, 300k a week, needs to score from the spot. Yeah, I mean, it's the irony in Arsenal beating us with a penalty as well. I kind of like it. I did like it at the time when the guy was winding up with it because.
It was going to happen.
VAR Arsenal.
The one stat. When somebody turns around, they're like, "Oh, they haven't beat us at home since such and such." I hate those stats because that just tells me someone's due a win.
No. I heard it, and I was like, "We're losing, fam." I heard it. I was like, "Yeah, this is undefeated, fam." It's 2020.
14 years, guys. Let us have this one win. It's been 14 years since we've got our win at last. Let us have
this. It's like a Champions League final for Arsenal fans.
And let's be honest here. The last time we won, it was only 1-0 as well.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, if you look at Man United's home form in the league, at the back end of the last season, with no crowd, and this season, it's been awful. That's why I keep saying to people, this season's so weird because we go away from home in the Premier League, we look all right. But suddenly playing at Old Trafford, there's something about it. Like, we should maybe think about changing stadiums during lockdown. Go play at the park. Go somewhere different. It's not go to the cricket ground somewhere because it ain't working right now. It really, really isn't. But boys, listen, I appreciate you all coming on. Ram hasn't said too much, but I have got to go because I've got to get prepped for That United show live 9 p.m. tonight. So make sure you're all tuning in.
After that, Terry?
You guys have been humble.
Yes, one sec, guys. And then at midnight tonight, Midnight Vibes is going to be on, hosted by our man, Elite KJ. Hopefully that's where Aaron is. I'm surprised Aaron's not here for this stream, but he's probably saving it all for the 9 p.m. one. Until next time, everyone. By the way, smash that like button, people. 4,000 people watching. Let's go past 1,000 likes. Make sure on top of that, you're subscribing to the Clips channel. And go into the link in the description below and sign up to our mailing list. First newsletter, I'm going to get that email out tomorrow. A man like Ram has put that together for us. Need you guys to go and sign up right about now. Until next time,
guys.
goodbye, God bless, and